Okay, so we have another factor by grouping problem. We've got 9c cubed minus 12c squared plus 18c minus 24. So, with every factoring problem, the first thing we want to do is see if there is a greatest common factor between all of the terms. And I know that between 9 and 12 and 18 and 24, I know that 3 is a factor of all 4 of those terms. So I'm going to pull out a 3 and then rewrite my polynomial after I've pulled out this GCF. So this is going to become 3c cubed minus 4c squared plus 6c minus 8. And now I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm just going to use this polynomial that's in the parentheses here. So I'm going to draw my box, a 2 by 2 box. I'm going to put each term of my polynomial into my box in order. So 1, my first term is going to be this 3c cubed. Then 2 is negative 4c squared. Then 3 is going to be 6c. And then 4 is going to be negative 8. And so now I need to find the GCF of each column and each row. So I'm going to start with this column. Between 3 and 6, I can pull out a 3. And c cubed and c, between the two of them, I could pull out a c. Between negative 4 and negative 8, I can pull out a negative 4. Because remember, if this first box is negative, then you need to pull out a negative. The 4 has a c squared, but the 8 doesn't, so it's just going to be minus 4. All right, now I got to do my rows. 3 and negative 4 do not have a GCF. So in that case, if it was just numbers, I would just write 1. And between c cubed and c squared, I could pull out a c squared. Between 6c and negative 8, they share a 2. And 6c has a c, but the negative 8 doesn't. So I'm going to leave it like this. So then I'm just going to write my factors. C squared plus 2, 3c minus 4. And then remember that GCF that we found at the very beginning? He needs to come and sit right in the front. So our final answer would be 3 times c squared plus 2 times 3c minus 4. And I forgot to double check, but if I go back down my multiplication, I can double check. C squared times 3c gives me 3c cubed. 2 times 3c gives me 6c. C squared times negative 4 gives me negative 4c. And 2 times negative 4 gives me negative 8.